Okay, I'm going to teach you guys probably the most asked question that I get. And that is, your screens are kind of weird. So let's say that this is what you're seeing in your classroom. And this is screen on your desktop. This is your screen that's on your left. This is the screen that's on your right. And let's say that this is your projector screen. And when you use it, let's say that I'm on my screen and I'm taking my mouse and I'm going from here and I want to go to my pink screen, but when I get over there, it flips over to here. And then as I'm moving across here and I get to the end, I should be done, but when I get to the end, it flips here and it keeps going. Okay, and then as you're going back and forth, your screens are backwards, your mouse is moving all kinds of weird, and you can't figure out where you're at. Okay, it's super, super frustrating. So what I want to show you is how to fix that. All right, to do that, you are going to go to your, I'm sorry, this is a picture of my screen so that you guys can see what's happening. To do that, you're going to right click on your desktop and you're going to go to display settings. When you get to display settings, it's going to show you a representation. Hold on, okay, we go. It's going to show you a representation of what your computer thinks is happening. Okay, so it thinks that it's screen 1, and then it goes over to screen 2, and it goes over to screen 3. So your mouse should go from screen 1, then when it gets to the edge, your mouse should then go to screen 2, and when it gets to that edge, your mouse should go to screen 3. But it's not. It's happening to where your mouse is going from here, flipping to screen 3, and then going to screen 2, okay, as an example. So what you need to do is you need to click Identify, and you'll see that when I click Identify, do you see in this bottom left corner, I get a big number 1 on my screen, okay, and it only stays up for a couple seconds, so I get this big number 1. And let's say that I clicked Identify, and this is what I got. I got that my left screen on my desktop, on my desk, was screen 1. My right screen on my desk was screen 3, and my projector was screen 2. Well, you'll notice that it goes 1, then 3, then 2, which is different than here. Here it goes 1, then 2, then 3. All you need to do is change these icons so they're in the right order. So I'm going to take screen 3 and I'm going to drag it between screen 1 and 2. Now it goes 1, 3, 2. I'm going to click Apply. It goes 1, 3, 2. And if I click Identify, I know you can't see it because you can only see one of my screens, but it does say 1, and then it says 3, and then it says 2. Okay, so these things here need to match what's here. You can configure these however you want. Let's say that you have a laptop and your laptop is actually underneath screen 1, or you have them stacked. Okay, you can change these however you want. I've seen teachers that have their laptop underneath their 2 desktop screens. I've seen teachers that have it over here. I've seen teachers that have it over here. Just note that if you put it here, if you're on screen 1 and your mouse is here, you can go over and you can toggle between these two. But if you're on screen 2 and you want your mouse to go down to screen 3, it can't. Screen 3 is not there. You have to go over to screen 1 and then down to 3. Okay, so let's say that screen 2 is really down here. You can't go down here to this screen. You have to go over and then you can go down. Okay, so however you have your screens configured here is what your mouse is going to be able to be configured to. All right, let's say that I really want my students to be able to see what's on my screen, and I want to see what's on my screen. Some teachers like their projector to be controlled autonomously. Some teachers like to also see their screen. So let's say that, again, this is your left screen, this is your right screen, and this is your projector. I want screen 3. No, let's say I want screen 1, and screen 2 to be the same. So when I show something to my students, they are able to see screen 1. To do that, you need to combine 1 and 2. Okay, I need to combine 1, this one, and my projector, screen 2. I need to make these two the same. If you go down, you can see that you can extend it. Extending means all screens work autonomously. But if you duplicate it, you see I have options to either duplicate 1 and 3, so these two become the same, or duplicate 1 and 2. You'll notice I don't have an option here to duplicate 2 and 3. In order to do that, I have to have at least one of the screens selected, so I would have to have 3 selected. Then I can have 2 and 3 or 1 and 3. Okay, but now I don't have 1 and 2 because I don't have those two selected. So I'm going to select screen 1, and I'm going to duplicate it onto screen 1 and 2. Keeping the changes. Now now if I identify, you'll see that this is screen 1 and 2. And then actually to my right, I have screen 3. So I would need to then readjust to make sure that my screens are in the right order. So it goes 1 and 2 and then 3. And now 1 and 2, so this screen right here is also the same as my projector. Okay, I'm going to extend 1 and 2 because I actually don't like that. And I'm going to make sure it's 1, 3, and 2. All right, and that's kind of how you work with screens and make sure that they're in the right order.